My name's Cody Hare.
I'm Alex Hare.
And we've been married for just over a year and attending Valley Baptist for about 3 years.
So I was born in Bakersfield, California. My father struggled with alcoholism. It ultimately led to him losing his life, and my mother was no longer able to care for me. My father was no longer in the picture. I had a lot of anger towards God, and that anger carried over into my teenage years, carried over into my adult years, and it led me down a path of just destruction and hurt and pain, and ultimately which led to me struggling with addiction all the way up into my adulthood.
Well, I was born in LA. My parents divorced at 5 years old. Thankfully, though, my dad ended up giving his life to the Lord a couple years later, and so I did have some semblance of growing up in the church. But before long, it ended up with at the wrong crowds. I was chasing the attention that I wanted from my dad, and I found it in women, and I found it in parties and stuff like that, which ended with a lot of bad choices. And I was looking at a prison sentence of 11 and a half years, and I took a deal for a 5-year split. I went in, I turned myself in, I did my time, and got out to a program. And at that time, I'd met, or during that, right, like in the program, I had met Alex.
We had gotten pregnant very early in our relationship, and from then on, we had made a decision that we were gonna be good parents, that we were gonna be here, we're gonna show up for our son in the best way that we knew how at the time.
But things were rocky, especially when drugs came into the picture. We fought. It was not healthy at all. It was toxic. And during the time, we had gone to church quite a bit. We had jumped around from different churches. But as soon as he came here, I came here for the first time. It was the very first weekend I felt that I was at home.
We were involved in Steve Webdell's life group, and seeds were definitely planted in that life group.
They welcomed me in, welcomed her in, and all of our problems and all of our issues. They loved on us through it. They walked with us through it. We got to a point where I came home one day after a couple months of being involved in the church, and I told her, I said, hey, she's still struggling with addiction, and I said, hey, I'm not gonna leave you. But we're gonna have to stop being intimate because I wanna honor the Lord and try to obey Him, and I know that we have a son together, and so I'm not gonna leave. But if we needed to separate in order to heal, to move forward, that's what we needed to do. And at that moment is when we decided we needed to separate.
When he had moved out, I was hospitalized for my addictions. And I was so broken, defeated, and like I called out to God, and I was like, all right, if you're real, like I just give it all to you. Like I surrender, like I can't do this anymore, I'm done. And then I heard this little voice in my head that said, just hold on, like I'm here. And I did hold on, and I held on through the pain and made it through detox. I started to build a personal relationship with the Lord. My life, our life, dramatically changed. I actually started to get involved in life group. I started to get involved with the children's ministry. I got married to him. I was no longer a girlfriend.
I didn't even know what love was truly until I learned what the love of Jesus was first, and He showed me how to love myself and love her the way that He loves her. From the background that we've come from the things that we've overcome, we know that if we could overcome those things, if Jesus can forgive us of the things that we've done, that we can forgive each other for the little things.
Our story is just like a beautiful testimony of the Lord's mercy and grace, and through His mercy and grace and love, like we're so freely able to be these men and women of God that I never even knew was possible. And I'm just so grateful that the Lord decided to restore this relationship and restore our family in a way that we never even thought was possible.